The relationship advice no one ever told you. Relationships need work, regardless of whether you're single, dating, engaged, or married. Whether they end in tears or endure eternally depends on a variety of things, but your actions, words, and thoughts all play a part. If you watch at least a few of our relationship videos on the channel, you'll see that I don't believe the secret to romantic success can be broken down into one easy piece of advice. Is there anything that would give you a leg up in the game of love? Although there are certain universal truths about relationships, there is rarely a one-size-fits-all solution for any particular relationship or circumstance. Plus, being in a relationship and taking things as they come teaches us a lot about what makes a relationship successful. So, here are 12 bits of love advice you'll almost certainly never hear, but should know. 1. Feel what you're experiencing, but do what's right. Hurt, rage, and insecurity are all valid emotions. Your emotions are automatic reactions over which you have little control and which assist you in getting to know yourself. However, you have power over how you act. When your spouse triggers you, try to take a deep breath or go for a walk before reacting. Find strategies to relax so you can experience whatever you're feeling and then respond in a way that represents the outcome you really want. In your relationship, be the person you want to be. 2. It's quite acceptable to go to bed angry. It's okay if you're too exhausted or overwhelmed to discuss a sensitive topic or hash out a disagreement at the end of a long day. In fact, according to Dr. Laura Seal, a psychologist and relationship specialist, obtaining some sleep can make it simpler for you to have an essential discussion. This does not involve yelling at them or launching a final verbal attack before quitting. It entails telling your spouse that you will return to the matter the next day when you are ready and reassuring them of your love and concern for them and the relationship. Make sure your disagreement isn't bigger than your relationship. 3. You don't have to be best friends to get along. The idea that we should date or marry our closest friend is nearly spoon-fed to us, yet it's just not true. It's quite reasonable to have a best friend who isn't your partner and with whom you communicate, confide, and spend time. To avoid damaging your relationship, be clear about the friendship's boundaries, but don't expect your husband to take on the role of BFF. Some issues are best discussed with a close friend because your partner will not be interested in hearing about them. Meanwhile, if you are serious about making your man fall in love with you, check the video description to learn how to make any man fall in love with you using male psychology, or if you are a man, find how to conquer the heart of a woman step by step using psychological techniques. 4. Just loving someone isn't enough. It's not just about loving, it's also about bonding. Jessica Elizabeth Oppert, love and relationship counselor, says, "Connection is what drags love along with you wherever you go." We can pack an entire magnificent existence into the cart of love, but without the connection to pull it, the cart will come to a halt and love will die. Therefore, focus less on how to build more love and more on how to bond more with your partner. When you share activities, face obstacles together, and communicate honestly with one another, you build your bond. 5. Intimacy should not be a source of fear. Many times, as time passes, people become more and shyer around the person they love. Couples learn to take their relationship for granted, forgetting to stay turned on and seduce their lover. Maintain your sex esteem by engaging in particular behaviors on a consistent basis. This enables you to keep your love life bright, sensual, and active. Many couples fall out of love because they cease treating one another with the same level of respect, warmth, attractiveness, passion, and tenderness that characterizes romantic feelings. Many of us have unspoken anxieties of intimacy that make us desire to keep our partners at a safe distance emotionally. We fight getting too close in a variety of ways, many of which are unconscious, in order to retain old, familiar shields that may make us feel comfortable and secure, but really restrict us in our daily lives. Being kind to our spouse is perceived as a danger to our defenses while we are in this mindset. It would bring our spouses closer to us at a moment when we are compelled to push them away. 6. Don't go for the big O alone. Orgasms aren't the only aspect of sex. It's all about pleasure, emotional closeness, stress release, an enhanced immune and cardiovascular system, and a stronger emotional relationship with your spouse, allowing you to the lovely hormones released by physical contact. There's a lot more to having sex than just getting off. 7. Stop talking for a while. Isn't it true that you can't seem to read or hear about relationship advice without hearing or reading about how crucial communication is? That is true, but it does not always imply that you have to talk about something over and over again until it is resolved completely. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stop talking, breathe, go for a walk, and recall why your relationship is so important to you. Reconnecting with the wider picture of your love for this person can help you filter out the useless words and focus on what you actually want to say from a position of love. 8. Smart is the new sexy. If you're wondering why, it's because you're more likely to enjoy your date if you figure out what she likes rather than waiting for him or her to tell you. You may have heard, for example, that it is preferable to take things calmly. What if I told you that was maybe the worst thing you could do? If she prefers a fast-paced lifestyle and believes that life is too short to play coy, taking things slowly might be perceived as uninterested or uninteresting. In any case, it's not a good thing. Listen to her, figure out what personality type she has, and ask her to tell you about herself so you know how to react. To help you with, we have 2 videos on female and male personality types. You can watch them. 9. Get away from your past. People often have unfavorable reactions to love because they have never seen or experienced this level of kindness before. They may never have seen or felt it in their first family or in previous relationships. Furthermore, they may have been hurt in the past in ways they don't want to go through again. Love can feel painful or dangerous in this way. You suddenly feel vulnerable, as if you have a lot to lose or are at risk of being hurt again. You can do a lot of things in this stage to suppress those emotions of love and feel more comfortable or normal. You may decide to quit treating your partner in ways that would make him or her want to be closer to you. You must be willing to let go of the past and overcome it by becoming even more receptive and prone to love in order to go forward. More love will come into your life if you let go of your barriers. 10. Be spontaneous. While having a planned-out date is a wonderful idea because it shows that you care, you shouldn't be scared to go with the flow. You can push her to attempt to lose herself in the moment and enjoy the day as part of your effort to demonstrate interest. If either of you feels like doing something or going somewhere special, doing it rather than just talking about it may make a more lasting impression. After all, you're dealing with a human, not a program machine, therefore there aren't any predetermined outcomes. 11. Finances are important, a lot. People who do not have basic principles or a common financial attitude make horrible partners. A lack of financial harmony is one of the leading causes of divorce. This can include how we spend money, how we save money, how we share money, and how we value money emotionally. Financial discussion can lead to more disagreements and distance in relationships, which is why it's one of the most crucial aspects of building a happy, fulfilling, and long-lasting relationship. So, address any problems or disagreements as soon as possible. 12. Don't reveal everything to your friends and family. Parents and close friends will constantly ask about your relationship, and while you may be tempted to tell them about your bedroom woes or seek their advice on other frustrations, keep it basic rather than spilling all the beans. It's crucial not to discuss personal facts about your relationship with others, particularly disagreements or your sex life. This can lead to you receiving bad advice from people who are prejudiced against you or your partner, which will only make things worse. Instead, speak with a therapist or someone who is impartial. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.